Mm. Ah, ah, ah. What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy Colin Park up in the soundproof hunger room. How y'all doing out there, people? We appreciate y'all joining us once again. Once again. 18th, how you doing, brother?
I'm a winner. My team's winning. I don't know the rest of y'all out here doing. We putting our hands on people. Jacksonville was a victim today.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I know.
I'm gonna give y'all credit. Like I said, Barry Sanders was my favorite running back of all time. So, with y'all winning, in the years that y'all were the bottom of the barrel, which the Raiders are right now, we're bottom of the barrel. We're 2-8. We lost to the Dolphins today, and I'm okay with it. I'm gonna lose out the season, get the first round pick next year. We need a quarterback. But congratulations to y'all, man. Y'all steamrolling, folks. I ain't mad at it. Y'all ain't never been a team that I just hated, so steamrolling. I don't really like how you and DeMar be all buddy.
Shout out to the homie.
buddy.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
Yes, indeed. But as y'all said, it is football season. We're enjoying it. The weather changing out there. All of that good stuff, man. Just take it in. And we got a holiday coming up real soon, so get yourself together. Get your body ready for it, because this one, a lot of people be gluttonous on this holiday. We'll talk about it more when we come up. It's also a special time for us, and we'll talk about that later as well. But what we going to do right now is get into one of my favorite times. We're going to keep it short this time because it's a lot going on, and it's a lot that's just going to keep coming out almost to the point to where we're going to have a section. As much as I don't like to talk about politics, it's important. But we're just going to throw stuff out there. We ain't going to be fussing and arguing about it. We'll just throw it out there. But as you know, your elected president for 2024 coming up, Donald Trump, has started appointing his cabinet. And one of the people he appointed to his cabinet, first and foremost, was for the defense secretary is a Pete Hegseth, and he is a Fox News announcer, number one. He's also a National Guard. But the heat that's coming from it, outside of him just being a Fox newscaster and not having any kind of political experience, which the Republican Party was looking at him sideways on that anyway, was that he has a couple of tattoos that are very quote unquote controversial because they're based in Christianity. First off, one of them is called the Crosses of Jerusalem, and it's really just a one big cross, and then I think it's five other crosses that go around it. That symbol is traced back to the Crusades of back when in England, where the knights would go and they would literally kill people that didn't accept Christianity. So that's where that kind of, anytime you talk about anything with Christianity, there is a lot of things that you can look at that were done bad that people kind of look over when you talk about the Bible and things of that nature. The other thing is he has another tattoo that says Des Bolt, which means God wills it, which is another thing that was used by those same Catholic knights that would go out and do these things to people that weren't literally killing people. Up to one point, it was like 1 to 3 million people died throughout the Crusades in Europe over Christianity. So you take that how you want to. What you got on that 18?
I mean, what is his job again?
Secretary of Defense. So he's going to be the one.
This my man that got up there with the whole pack your bag and all that.
Yeah. And like he's
I
literally
mean,
like,
don't he look like? Anyway, let me not do that.
this is who we putting in office.
I mean, how do I say this? You're going to get your pals to do what you need them to do, so I ain't surprised.
Let me ask you, if you was in a position like that, would you get your homeboys to just come in and do what you wanted them to do versus hiring people that you know that was already in place to do that job?
I mean, I'm not just going to grab somebody with no knowledge of the job to do it. Now, if I do got somebody that I know that can do the job, I will find a way to get them in. I'm not going to deny that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Nepotism is the way of the world. It happens.
I will give him credit. He did hire somebody for a position that he opposed, that he was against, Marco Rubio. And a lot of Trump fans was like, what in the world are you doing? So I don't know. And that's why, like you were saying, let's just be cool out here because we really don't know what he's going to do when he get in here.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did this. He ran his campaign the same way he ran the first time. Smut.
Right.
And then he got in there, and the pandemic happened, and he ended up looking like a hero for something that was already anyway.
Right. Well, as we're talking about Trump, he also spoke about another thing. I don't know if he's gonna.
He gave your boy a job too, though.
Who that?
Elon Musk, didn't
He did.
Didn't he give Elon a job?
He gave Eli a job, and that's bigger than people think. This is why I talk about Eli so much. I don't know exactly what his job title is, but you look at the influence that he has through technology, through finances, through AI, through all of this stuff that's going on. Remember, Eli tried to get us to put chips in our hands,
He did.
and some people did it. You know, so if you put somebody like that in power, and Eli literally paid his way into this situation. You know, so
Who hasn't paid their way into one of them situations?
I think a lot of it comes from
I'm talking about
big
president
loyalty.
on down.
I think a lot of it has to do with relation.
Still paying the dues.
Of course you're
It
gonna
just might
pay.
not have been financial.
You gonna, yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Might not be financial,
Like,
but it's
I ain't
gonna
surprised, man.
be. I'm not either.
We mess around and see. I just want to see the people he pardoned. That's all I'm interested in. To be honest.
Oh, all them January 6th.
I just
go home.
I just want to see who about to get out. So
They going home. But speaking of Trump, again, he spoke about this, what he wants to do. He wants to have reparations. Yeah, I'm looking at y'all because I want y'all to feel this one. He wants reparations for white people that were affected by DEI. I'm going to try to break this down as simple as I can. The reason why the government got rid of affirmative action first were the agents that went in and were talking about the colleges that were keeping them out. If you do your research on that right now, they'll show you that their numbers have not gone up after they got rid of affirmative. Right. So now they're realizing that was some BS, and y'all just felt y'all drank the Kool-Aid, as we like to say. But also, the conservatives also would talk about how DEI is something that needed to go away, and they got rid of it. And now Trump is coming out and saying that white people that were affected by DEI should have reparations. I don't know how far it's going to go, but even just hearing that is just so comical to me that this would even come out of this man's mouth and thought process. And I just want to see how far it's going to go. What's your thoughts on it? Reparations for white people.
You ever heard somebody say something they really don't mean it? They just say it to get the people riled up. Like a lot of things he does, in my opinion, that's what it be. So a lot of things I just don't get an energy. You know what I'm saying? Trump he ain't even got there yet. His 100-day plan is gonna shake some people. You know what I'm saying? Insurance is gonna change because if he go through, like he plan on taking rights away that's already, you know what I'm saying, in writing.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lot that's about to happen. You gotta do what you gotta do. Like you gotta figure it out. You gotta see what benefits him being in there is gonna have. I ain't gonna say it ain't none. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at the stock market lately, it's been in everybody's favor if you playing the stocks. You know what I'm saying?
And that was already in play. It jumped up once he got.
Yeah, absolutely.
It jumped
And
up,
and
but it was
it's,
already.
it's gonna keep moving because
Yeah, it was already.
wait till you
on
start
the
passing
uptick.
some of these bills, man.
Yeah,
This stuff. I mean, you got to look at this point. You got to find your benefit from him being in there, whatever that is, and then you got to move on from there.
we've already seen some isolated incidents of the racial foolishness,
I mean, racism and all that's been that's been going on forever. That ain't nothing new.
but they're a little bit stronger, a little bit louder once he got in
mean,
office.
Like once you realize Trump ain't gonna be there to help somebody get somebody up off of you, you'll be all right. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I'm not even about to play this.
Oh man,
Oh my God, life is about to be over because I'm not about to play this game.
right?
I deal with corruption every day I go to work. So I mean,
Yes, sir.
this just on another level, and it's gonna be entertaining for 4 years.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. It's gonna be entertaining because we still got to do what we got to do.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't stop my grind, no matter who in the front office, and it ain't gonna get no easier for me. I got to make it happen.
I'm
gotta
not
make it
saying be
happen.
naive or nothing, but hey man, I got 4 years, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, we weren't gonna stay on the news too much, so we gonna
You see them?
mosey on up out of that.
Did you see they gave them they sentenced them young men down in Douglasville? They gave them like 300 something odd years for shooting up that house party a couple years ago.
Nah, I ain't see
Yeah, I
that.
seen that the other day. Like, dang,
They gave him 300 something years.
300 something years.
Black guy.
Yeah.
Okay. System doing what the system do.
I don't know, man. Somebody died in that party.
300 something years though.
Them was kids, bro.
They still.
You shot up a house full of people.
I get it. You remember old boy that killed the chokehold old boy in the subway in New York? He's still in court.
Yeah.
They still fighting. The system doing what the system do.
I don't know, man. You can't tell that parent that lost their kid that they ain't get what they needed.
Oh no, I'm not saying that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm all for it.
So-
but let's be consistent. That's what I'm saying. Let's be consistent.
When has it ever been consistent?
Never. And I
So-
want consistency. That's all I'm saying.
Ain't happening.
Well,
You're a minority.
you're right, and that's why we be out here like that. I feel like we starting to change sides on the table because you used to be like, nah, up that, I'm finna that, and now you just like,
I do what I gotta do. That.
I'm saying,
You know what I'm saying?
it's funny I say that because my dad, growing up, he was that guy with the fire and brimstone.
Yeah.
No, you're not doing it. Now we older, he was like, man, if it don't affect you, man, go on about your
I
business.
mean, it all affects us in some way, but I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah. I understand it, and I think that comes with wisdom.
You still have to execute your plan.
Yeah,
So I mean,
I think that comes with wisdom.
it just comes with it. I ain't about to get into all that. I ain't about to be out here arguing with these fools over that, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Your stronger argument is, oh, she was the one. I wasn't voting for no woman. All right, got you. So I'm good.
Leave them folk, man.
I'm just
Leave them
saying.
folk alone,
I'm
man.
just saying, I'm good.
All right, moving on. Let's go to some good stuff, man. Something we forgot to mention last week while we was off. What happened was we had two, a group and a soloist that went into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Mary J. was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Congratulations to her.
I know that hurts Crespo feelings. Shout out to my brother.
Shout out, man. Shout out. But shout out to her. And the one I want to elaborate on, which I know we will elaborate on, was a Tribe Called Quest. Was inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna let you kick this door down on this one because I know that's one of your favorite guys.
That's the best duo group.
I can't call them a duo.
I mean, yeah, I guess
They won't even call themselves
of all time. Where I sit, you know what I'm saying? Did nobody do it better for me? They deserve it. And too bad Fife wasn't here to celebrate with Tip, Jerobi. You know what I'm saying? But
Ali.
and Ali. But yo, I'm going just to see it. I'm
Yeah.
going out now. I got a reason to go. Because before I didn't feel like I had a reason to go. Now I have a reason to go.
To go where?
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh,
I'm going
okay.
to see it.
Check them out.
Yeah, I'm going to see
Okay.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Sure. We'll make a trip of that. We'll make a trip of that. It's major to me. Because story time. Story time. Story time. Me being born and raised here in Atlanta, we came up on bass and we call it bass and booty music. We didn't have lyrics, things like that. So most of our stuff was music that you danced to. It wasn't lyrically inclined. So one of my closest friends that I grew up with had moved here from Indiana. So he introduced me into like northern hip hop. And this was, like I said, mid to early '90s. So what he would do was my dad was not paying for cable. So what he would do is he would record Yo MTV Raps or
Dang,
in the
for real?
basement. Yeah, he would record it, bring it to my house, put it in the VCR, boom, and I would watch the video. That's how I watched
For
most
real?
of the that's how I watched most of the videos. So my dad was like, "No, I'm not paying for cable."
Damn, Frank.
He was real. He was real with it. I'm not paying for cable. So that's how I got into hip hop initially, and I grew, and at that time, by the time I was able to get a job and this and that, I was able to get the music how I wanted to get it. So Tribe Called Quest was of course, one of the first groups that I really didn't get into them until Midnight Marauders. Like I missed Low End Theory, and I missed was the first one,
Yeah.
which with the long with the long
With the long name.
title. Yeah, I left my wallet in El Segundo, but I went back and I would do my homework and I would get all of that stuff. But Midnight Mirage was one of the first CDs I bought, and I know that CD pretty much from front to back. And to me, that was their best album when I go back and I listen to all of them. And so, of course, for me, when Outkast came out and they were doing all that stuff, and those are my people, like they represented who I am as a person from the South. And to hear that Tribe was their influence was major to me. So when I was watching the intro into the Hall of Fame, they had Andre talking about how it would be no Outkast without Tribe Called Quest, and to me it was major because on top of them introducing just a whole different style of hip hop, because then it was all hoodies, chains, boots, Timbs. It was hard, and they came with Benita Applebum. You know, they came with all of that stuff. They got Busta Rhymes, out there on his own as a solo artist. They came with a whole different feel, a whole different element. So even when they was doing the tribute, they had the Native Tongues come out. A lot of the members of De La Soul, Queen Latifah, Common, the Roots, and Busta came out. So they had a lot of people that they influenced, and they were saying how. What I noticed was looking in the crowd when they were panning to the crowd, it was still a majority white crowd that really weren't understanding what was going on, but they were still, if they weren't into music like that, they really was just like, oh, I'm here to support such and such.
Yeah.
But the people that really are into music understood how important Tribe was to not just hip hop, but just music in general.
They blended rap and jazz.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm going to be honest. The older I get, I'm a little bit more sensitive. I started to cry when they started talking about Fife. And what Dave Chappelle was talking about when he went to, I think he went somewhere with them to, his funeral. He went to his funeral. After the funeral, they went and hung out somewhere. And he said, Q-Tip told him, hey, man, I want you to listen to this, boom, boom. He was like, this is the last studio stuff we got of Fife. And that's what you see right here. Their last album that they put out, and it's called We Got It From Here. Thank you for your support. And thank you for your service. And that literally was a shout out to Fife for what he did for the group and Tribe. So congratulations, Dan. I'm a little long-winded with that because I love Tribe. I will say, and I stand on it, that is probably my favorite group when you talk about hip hop. I can listen to their stuff all day long. So shout out to Tribe for getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, man. All right. While we're still on music, this one is music related. If you're from Atlanta, this for us. Killer Mike and T.I. have been working on this for a while, and it's come to fruition. Bankhead Seafood is back open, y'all. Y'all pull up on Bankhead, go get some of that food over there, man. And it looked nice.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It looked nice over there.
Nice, bigger.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get a chance to get there the first time. So I'm going to go check it out, support them brothers, support the community. Take my couple dollars over there.
Mm-hmm. And they still had the original owner out there that got her involved. So
that's dope.
Yeah. So I'm loving that, man. So y'all
bring back the things you love. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes, indeed.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Take care of where you came from. So yeah. So moving on. Let's talk about the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. Talk to me first.
I ain't see it.
You didn't?
I refuse to watch it.
Wow. Why is that?
I'm just not. I love boxing. I ain't. The whole Thunder Lips Rockies. I ain't into that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had no nothing to see it. I'm good. Like, yeah, man.
I got you. I'll be honest. I feel like I'm doing most of the talking today. I got a lot to say on this one today too.
All right, man, you business.
I got caught up in the hype. But I also I'm going to say with this fight, I looked at it as a screw. The way that the world is today, we are so screwed psychologically. Okay? And I say this because in any other circumstance, you would never, ever pick a 58-year-old boxer who hasn't boxed in over 10 years, like seriously, over 10 years, to beat a 27-year-old who has been boxing consistently for the last 6-7 years. It's logically just not a sound decision. But I think we get caught up in not the truth, but what makes us feel good. And everybody want Mike Tyson to beat Jake Paul because Jake Paul is an asshole. He's a rich asshole, content creator who got popular off of content.
Knocking people out.
Not boxers, not professional boxers though.
Knocking people out.
So
they signed a contract. He knocking people out.
Right. He's also scammed some people. So he's known to be a scammer with this drink that he was doing or whatever the case may be. But him and his brother they've made their money. So I think the world they wanted to see him lose.
I mean, they definitely wanted to see him lose to Mike. From what I understand, because like I said, I didn't watch it. Mike won the first round, and then they understood they had to sell the fight. So, from what I understand, I didn't see it. Mike didn't even really engage. Jake just kept him at the jab reach, and I guess Mike had a ace bandage on his knee. Like I heard, it was all kind of stuff going on.
Let me say it.
But for $20 million,
do it.
Mike did what
he won. First off, he's 58 years old. He did 2-minute rounds for 8 rounds.
Yeah.
That in itself is an accomplishment.
Absolutely.
I say that because if you've never boxed, if you've never put on gloves and went in there and sparred with somebody, you don't understand the endurance that it takes to do.
Right.
That is a heavy task. So congratulations to Mike, number one, for even being able to finish the fight. That's number one. Number two, you didn't watch the fight. I did.
Yeah, I ain't.
The first round, Mike came out as Iron Mike. He was chasing him.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, that's why they got they had the larger ring. Paul understood that I can't take this man punches, so I'm finna dance.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike chased him around the first round, and you realize he wasn't gonna be able to do that. He realized I can't chase this dude.
Right.
So after that, Mike pretty much stood in his space. And the only time the engagement happened was when Paul would come in and initiate him. You know what I mean? So that's how the fight pretty much went, and you could see that his legs were done.
Yeah, say legs were no good.
Legs was done. And I don't know if people paid attention. I knew there was something wrong when, as Mike was walking out of the tunnel, he tripped. I don't know if y'all saw that, but he tripped.
What that got to do with it?
It got everything to do with it. Everything to do. He tripped
Explain.
on the way out of the tunnel. When you seen somebody trip up, almost fall?
Did he fall?
No, but you can see him trip
So he stumbled.
coming out of town. Who else you seen do that?
I mean, what different? That changed the whole.
To me, it did. To me, it did.
Like I said, that's why I don't watch stuff like that. No. That's what,
But
conspiracy guy.
congratulations
to
to him,
would
man.
have.
Nah, man.
I mean,
I ain't seen that.
I ain't gonna front, man. I ain't watching, but he seen get knocked out.
Yeah. And I think both of them, it was a business deal.
Yeah, I mean,
It was a business deal.
I heard now the problem out here, from what I understand, is the service.
Yeah.
Like Netflix and who else ran it?
It was Netflix. I don't think they understood how many people was going to watch it.
Yeah, I heard the streaming was just terrible for a while.
So you got to look at also, boxing right now is not as popular as it used to be.
It's coming back.
It's for people that watch boxing.
Oh, yeah.
So with this one, with Mike Tyson coming out, you're pulling people in that ain't looked at a boxing match in 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See what he's gonna do.
See what he was going to do. You know, because most people that don't watch boxing, they'll look at the heavyweights if they have a big enough name. And right now, we don't have the big enough names, household names.
Maybe he should fight Darren Williams.
With the basketball player?
Yeah, you ain't see when he fought
Frank
Gore.
Gore? Yeah.
Maybe he should fight him.
I want him, and the one professional boxer he fought, he lost to. I would rather him just go ahead and
He
fight.
did lose a fight, didn't he?
Yeah.
The guy from overseas.
I would rather see him fight professional boxers and work his way up. He got his money, so he's making his money off it. So that's the problem for me. Now, exhibition, and like I said, the world don't like to live in truth no more. Exhibition boxing is more popular than real boxing. I have a problem with that. So if you're going to be a boxer and you claim to be the face of boxing,
I don't think that's true. I think the price to watch it is what drives people away. Boxing ain't cheap, bro. You might talk about $100, and the undercard might be terrible. Mm-hmm. Like in this undercard
was better
from what
than
I understood.
the main card.
Shushu was on it.
Yep.
He made light work. Who he went against, I understand it was a robbery.
Shout out to Shushu.
Yeah, shout out to Shushu. Shushu Carrington. Y'all make sure y'all check him out.
Check him out.
Up and coming. He's here to stay.
Mm-hmm.
And he will be a household name.
Yes, indeed.
Keep watching out for him. I understand it was a robbery with two ladies.
Yep.
I don't know, man. Just the price determine everything these days. Even with MMA. Price matters, man. Anybody give you $100 no more for this stuff.
No.
Like just it ain't happening, man. It's too many ways to see things now. For me, somebody to give you $100.
And I'm not in the MMA like that, but I saw that
Jones. Yeah, Jones got to work last night.
Yeah,
I watched that.
He did it.
Yeah, he got to work last night.
And afterwards, what did he do?
He celebrated.
With?
Don't matter. It's not my business.
He did the Trump dance and he gave the belt to Trump and all of that. I ain't gonna let that slide. But I ain't really in the MMA, but I heard and I know he been doing this thing for a very long time. So much respect.
20 straight victories.
Much respect to that guy.
He is the king.
Yeah, much respect to him. All right. We're gonna move on. We're still gonna dwell in the sports a little bit. We're gonna stay in sports for a little second. I wanted to bounce back, and maybe a year or so ago, I remember we was here, and Deion had left Jackson State and went to Colorado, and it was a lot of y'all, black folks, that was on his head. Y'all was on that man's head. real bad. Oh, I leave the HBCU. It's about the money. He don't care about blah, blah, blah. I was never that guy. I was always like, Deion gonna do what Deion need to do because he's a competitor and he's gonna take the people with him that's willing to do what needs to be done to get where they want to go. So the first season, what they had, how many wins they had first season? Three?
4.
Three or four?
I think 4.
Four, which was more than the season prior to that before he got there. And everybody was so critical on, oh, he's running a circus and this and that. And sure enough, in the offseason, the portal went crazy. Half of the people left. He brought in new people. They was on his head. Oh, what are you doing? This and that. Now, look at them. What, they 8-2?
Something like that.
Yeah, they 8-2. I think they ranked. I believe they ranked. And I don't hear them naysayers no more. And I look at it like we be so quick to talk down on our folk. I understand being critical. I'm one of them people, I will be critical with the folks that I'm very concerned about. But I am very hesitant to make it a public or to post it. I'm going to be critical in my own circle because I still want you to win.
Right.
But we got so many people that's so quick to down each other. And then when we rise up, you don't hear nothing. It's crickets. It's crickets. So shout out to Deion in Colorado. He got a Heisman candidate on his team, and Travis Hunter, his son, out there doing his thing. So what are your thoughts on that, bro?
Congratulations, Deion, on beating Utah and whoever else in the Pac-12. I think that's what they had, Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations on beating them schools.
I don't really like your energy right now. I'm not.
I'm just saying, like, they're not going to be on it. Yeah, he winning against teams. Level of competition get a little different in different conferences.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the argument from HBC.
Yeah, and they was getting their heads whooped when they get to that championship game. Level of competition is a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Give him some time, though.
I'm just saying.
Give him some time. All right?
Hey, man, could you – I'm going to put it to you this way, man. You take the top 5 teams in college football right now.
Mm.
Could they beat one of them?
No, not at all.
That's what I'm saying. So
Not at all.
we happy for Deion, man. We happy for what they're
Right.
doing. They
You got to
successful.
start somewhere.
They ain't too.
Yeah.
Let's just move on from that because we get to breaking it down. I'll be a hater about it, though. So let's go.
I don't like you, man. I really
I'm
don't
just
like
saying,
you.
man. Like, hey, oh yeah, you know, so you just talk about something that's kind of we were talking about the day at work.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo's son decided to go to Syracuse, where his dad went, where he went, and we talk about the pressures that might come about for doing that. Would you want your son to follow in your footsteps like that, or would you want him to make his own path?
I personally would want my son to take his own path.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him to try, especially if I know my shoes was huge.
Yeah.
I don't want to put that pressure on you to fill my shoes. Again, I talk about my dad a lot. My dad worked for the county for a very long time, and his name rang bells on all levels. And so, of course, when I came out of school and this and that, everybody was like, oh, you finna go work for the county, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Lil Frank. I said, nah, I'm going to blaze my own trail.
Right.
And he was fine with it. Do what you got to do. But
Right.
I know if I wanted to go that route, the doors were going to be wide open for me. But I was also going to have to fill them shoes.
I feel.
So I wouldn't want to put that pressure on anybody else. So if his son is up to the task, so be
Because
it.
you know they won a ring
Right,
in that 1 year.
right. And Syracuse ain't got a team like that. And his son, I haven't watched his son play.
He get down.
He get down
Yeah, he get down.
like Carmelo, though.
Absolutely. He get
Yeah.
down. His son can play basketball.
Okay. I just wouldn't want to put those stipulations in that. I wouldn't want to put that on him right from the start. Because his dad is a Hall of Famer. His dad is a great.
He is.
He is a great. I don't care what y'all say about Carmelo. That was one that I enjoyed watching him play.
Yeah, he play basketball.
He could play. And he can still
Yeah, he's not. He's
He can
not.
still do it.
He's not an old man. He's just
Right.
up to age in basketball years. So,
Right.
yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't put my son through that. What would you do?
Hell yeah, I put him through that. Go be better than me.
Mm.
Yup. Go be better than me. Make him move my banner to the side. You put yours up there.
So let me ask you this: do you think that in today's society, it would be much harder for him because of the outside entities versus when you was coming up and you had that? I think it's harder for them
I
now.
think it's harder back then.
Really?
Absolutely. The kids ain't got to worry about nothing, man. They got every meal they need. They got all these entities to do this and that. We ain't had that. You had to get out there and get it. And you might have to get it. You might have to have a job, help moms take care of this, that, and the other. Like they had there's a lot to deal with back then. They ain't got to deal with none of that now, especially his son. Not saying all kids, but his son ain't got nothing. He ain't got them issues. He ain't never had to worry about a meal a day in his life.
True.
Like, you talking about a total different monster.
But
Like kids, and this is just my opinion.
mhm.
Kids that were well off and not knocking it or nothing like that, they lacked the hunger. The kids that really had to get out here and go get it.
Agreed.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Even like you look at sports, and when you go to these events, if you can get into the background of some of these kids, you might be like, dang, they really having a hard time, but they trying to get out. They plan to get out. They just ain't playing because it's fun. It's a way to them the better means of life. Kids that ain't got that, man, failure is not in sports for them. It happens. They don't care. Like Killer Mike said, being called a nigga and your daddy got a Lamborghini outside, man, it don't even feel
It
the
don't
same.
hurt.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
People like, I be that nigga.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I look at that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I guess I look at more so at how society looks at these kids and how they take in society, because there's more access to them. So I think as a human being, if me and you around and you say, Sean, you ain't doing this right, you ain't doing that, you trash, this and that, I could take it with a grain of salt and get out here and be like, let me work on my left because Ralph said my left trash. You know what I'm saying? Versus I got half the world because of my Instagram. My left is trash. So now it's like Ben Simmons, perfect example.
Kids today, they got attributes. Well, we just had to be good. They got specific attributes that get them to where. That's why basketball is trash now, because nobody knows how to do it all. They got a simple one thing. If I can do this well, I can get there. That's so that you telling them they left trash, he be like, that's cool, but I'm making $300 million.
Yeah.
Because Jaylen Brown left his trash. He making $300 million.
Right.
So I mean, I think they deal with it totally different than
Finals MVP.
Yeah, come on, man. Like they deal with it totally different than when we was like I think we take social media very serious. Us in our age group, I say down to like 35. I don't think the kids take it that serious as we do. But
Really?
I don't think they don't care. Like you see what they post, they don't care. It's all entertainment for them, man.
You're right.
They gonna post up, and as soon as they swipe their finger, man, it's gone.
I'm glad you said that the NBA is trash. I was having this conversation with my homeboy the other day. Like, you look at every game looks alike now. Versus
it's jumpers and dunks. It's threes and
threes
dunks.
and
Yeah.
versus when we were watching the game, every team had a certain identity.
Yeah, they all the same.
But now it's all the same.
Yeah, they all the same.
So it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm going to go support my team, but they're going to come shoot, pull up at half court.
Yeah, that's all they do.
Breakaway
that's
three.
just game now.
Breakaway dunk, whatever.
Yeah.
But so that's about all I got on sports. You got anything on sports?
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
Okay. We're gonna move on to something else. We're gonna try to keep this one short because we would rather have a woman's perspective, but we're gonna touch on it a little bit. In the group, again, if you ain't in the group, join the group. On Facebook, Soundproof Hunger Room. Go ahead and join that group. We got a lot of good information in there. And if it's something you want to throw in there that we can talk about, boom, put it in there. But yeah, this is one of the subjects. They put up a post from, what is it, tonight's conversation? Is that the name of their?
I think so.
I think it's called Tonight's Conversation. Very popular podcast where they talk mostly about relationships, and they go from city to city. They go on tour, and they have shows, and they have people from the audience that come up and ask questions to the panel, and the panel will answer. And on this one, this most recent one that came up, a chick came up and asked about how she should feel about being a side chick. And the woman, it was a woman on stage that responded. I think she's a psychologist, actually, the one that responded. And she pretty much just told the woman, you don't value yourself for being a side chick. You know, and they break it down, they get into it, they make it sound good. A lot of high energy.
A lot of big words.
Yeah, a lot of high energy. So they sell it. They sell it.
Yeah.
My question with that is, I have a couple of angles with that. Is it different for a dude to be the side dude from it is being the side chick? And when you say side chick or side dude, what does that actually mean? I think it has a lot of different meanings. What do you think?
I think you just made it real complicated.
I like to break stuff down because there's a lot of levels to that. And the way I say it is, as a side chick, if I'm just somebody that's just here for a fun time, and dude is just like, hey, I just need to get my rocks off, that could be a side chick, but I'm not in your face like, you can't go see nobody else, you can't talk to nobody else. Some side chicks are literally sitting at home waiting until this guy has the opportunity to spend time with them.
Getting paid.
And getting paid.
That's a business arrangement.
And in hopes of when something doesn't happen or stuff breaks down in his situation that they're gonna come around. And that's why I have the levels. That's why there's levels to it.
I think that's the original version. I don't think that's the same now.
Okay.
I think side chicks play their part. Side men, they play their part, whatever it is. They keep households together. They counselors. They massages. They massage people. You know what I'm saying? They masseuse. They do a lot. Side chicks get the bad rep out here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm laughing, but in reality, in Japan, in history, they looked at their prostitutes as therapists.
That's what they are.
Literally, they would look at them as therapists because they can go, they could talk to them about what was going on at home.
Jump up and down.
Get on them, get their right, go home,
go to the
and
house.
it's done. And their household is fine.
Yeah.
Because they can go see their therapist next week or whatever the case may be. And I think there is a lot of truth to that. Ladies, I know y'all want to hear this.
But now on the reality of it, like when I watch these podcasts, I can't say little. Some of it be real. Some of it be a bunch of words just thrown together. When it comes to a situation like that, you do have to kind of look at yourself in the position you playing. And if that's okay with you, then do what you got to do. If you feel like you need more and that situation ain't giving it, then you got to do what you got to do. Like, some women don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? Some men don't mind it. Like, especially dudes. Dudes, we so terrible that, like, we don't care. Like, yo, that's her issue. Like, she just come over here and get ran through, and then she go home. I mean, that's how we look at it. Ain't nobody. Hey, I ain't no counselor. Like, that's how dudes look at it.
That's
like,
why I don't know about like you. Man.
I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Like, we hear you. You know what I'm saying? We like, yo, I hear you. You want another drink? Then she's still talking. Next thing you know, somebody sucking on somebody. I mean, this is crazy.
Sausage party.
Some of it's business arrangement. It's a lot of money being passed in this day and time. So I mean, I don't know, man. Are you cool with it? Hey, live your life.
I agree with you, and I think a lot of times people automatically assume that everybody want a relationship.
Side chick or dude don't ruin your household though. I think that's the part that people need to understand that they don't ruin your house.
Exactly.
Whoever you with ruins your house.
And I think people always have this assumption that everybody wants a relationship. Everybody don't want no relationship. Some people.
I think that's a lie.
in certain
that's a lie.
times in your life, you don't want a relationship. So let's look at
You
when
mean
we
like
talking
you
about
mean like a boyfriend girlfriend?
yeah. Let's look at say if you just lost your job, right? And your scratch is a little low. Your pockets are a
Right.
little lenny
Okay.
right now. So you finna go find and get your grind on. You still want to get your rocks off, but I ain't got the money to court nobody. I can't go out and date nobody, but I at least want somebody I can lay up with, or at least just hear me out when I get some time. You feel me? So you at that point you focusing on getting your life back in order, as opposed to having a
saying
relationship.
You don't want monogamy.
That's a relationship, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't want monogamy. You want a relationship. You just don't want the monogamy part of it.
So when you I see now we gonna play word games. Okay,
It matters.
yeah, let's do this. So a relationship. When I say relationship, I mean an exclusive monogamous
Like a boyfriend and girlfriend.
boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah, you like me, circle, yes. Yeah.
Right.
I got it.
So when I say that to you, are you taking it a different way?
I look at relationship, all depends on what kind of relationship you want.
So if I have a relationship with somebody that I just meet up once a week and you can still date and see who that's a relationship. Okay, I get it. And that's why I said
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's a
we had
relationship.
to get the relationship.
I understand this situationship, whatever word y'all using this week. I ain't checked
Right.
what word is trending. Do they still do trending? Is that still a thing?
I think it is.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it is.
I mean,
But okay, so I see what you're saying. So let me say, everybody isn't looking to be in a monogamous
that's
relationship.
true.
Right?
That's true.
So I've met women that's like, nah, I don't want no relationship. So they will deal with a guy that is married because they know they don't have to deal with all of the other outside entities. I can get a little financial, stability from it, and I can get a little hookup from it and not have to deal with the whole emotional aspect from it, because that's just not where they are at the time. And the same with guys. Like, I can deal with somebody that is really just going to give me what, quote unquote, I may not be getting at the house. So a lot of times everybody, or that side chick or side dude, ain't looking for a relationship. So to say that when she was talking, like you said, with the big words and it was loud and all active, everybody don't be looking for that.
They ain't looking for a relationship because they already in a relationship. That's why they looking for a relationship.
But some guys will tell a chick, his side chick, like, you can't talk to nobody else.
Because he's paying for her.
That don't still give you the right to say you can't talk to nobody
If
else.
a man feel like he giving you bread, I'm talking about bread. I ain't talking about a couple of dollars. He feel like he got the right to tell you what to do.
That's punk to me. That's lame to me. Because if I got a situation, it ain't nothing I can do to tell you can't go out and have your own situation unless I'm providing everything. I can't tell you what you can do if I'm not providing everything that you should be
I'm
getting.
cashing you out. But he get to hit it for nothing?
That's life. That's part of the game. Because I still got some.
So?
I got two options.
So? You signed up for that.
Oh,
You signed up for that. I can't. I'm giving you bread? You need to set it out, man.
nah.
You don't need no friends.
I can't go with that, man. Nah.
So she could take your bread
Mm-hmm.
and then go get splattered all over somebody else's wall.
Yeah, because all I'm paying for is your time. I ain't paying for all the emotions, all that.
tough.
Let me get the time. I'm paying for that.
Oh, at the point you giving her bread, you emotionally attached.
I don't agree with that.
Absolutely. At the point you giving her bread and telling her was she giving her these rules, you are emotionally attached.
So you're telling me that a lot of these rich guys that just pay these chicks for whatever,
That's his property.
that's emotional.
And I don't believe people just can be like that. I think you at least gotta like somebody.
I disagree, bruh. I
ain't
really
say,
feel like
you might be taking emotion like love. I ain't saying that. You like him though. Enough. A man like a woman enough to give her his bread. He ain't giving her bread just to give it to her. I don't believe that.
But I could like her enough to give her bread and her still be happy doing what she do,
You ain't
and I
give-
still
you
got my own
You ain't
situation.
giving her that kind of bread.
Not
Absolutely
not like that.
That's what
nah.
I'm saying.
If I'm paying
talking about
for,
some money, dog. I ain't talking
See,
about
yeah,
she able to.
I don't know nobody paying for the mortgage
I ain't,
and the
that's
car
what I'm
note.
saying. Like when you got, if you got the lady on the side and you paying bills, like real bills. I ain't talking about she able to go to brunch and get some Jordans. I'm talking about you paying some things that if they don't get paid, they either coming to get it or they it's getting turned off. You like that lady, man. And you trying to hold that lady down. She can't go nowhere, bro. Ain't no dates. You want a date? Let me know. We'll figure it out.
So, do you think in those situations it's fair if she expects for you at some point to, if whatever ends at home, that you come to her immediately?
They might not want that. That might not be the arrangement, dog. We might like each other. That don't mean we want to be together.
So that's a sugar baby. Is that?
I guess I don't know what terms y'all use, man. I stay in the house, man. I ain't paying nobody for nothing.
Ain't nothing new under the sun.
You know what I'm saying?
You paying somebody, but it ain't from hand to hand.
I ain't paying
Okay.
nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I just always looked at that kind of. I know dudes approach it differently. As a dude, being the side dude, like you said, dude ain't trying to blow nobody up. I'm just happy to get some unattached no strings attached sex. You
I don't
go
believe
about your
that.
business.
I'm telling you, it's dudes that they love their wife and they like this lady a lot. Or it might be they love this lady a lot and like their wife.
Well, no, I'm saying a single dude that's a side dude to a married chick. That's what I'm talking about.
She just coming through getting blowed up, dog.
Right, so the dude ain't gonna get attached to that.
He might.
He just gonna like
It
the
all,
unattached
it all
sex.
depends on how I feel. It all depends on how I feel. That whirlpool make motherfuckers different, dog.
What, Whirlpool?
Hell yeah. That whirlpool make things different. Get in that hot tub, dog. You get in that hot tub, hey man. That might change your mind. You ain't like her when she came in the door. You got in that hot tub. Hey man, that's your boo. You just won't tell her. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh my God.
We all done been there. It started one way.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What it say? It started in the inbox. Now look at us. I'm telling you.
I agree with you.
You get in that
I
hot
agree
tub,
with
dog. You get in that hot tub, hey.
That box will change some decision making and life changing decisions.
Next thing you know, you talking about to get home safely. Good morning, Queen.
Right. Text me when you get home.
Yeah. How your day?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
You sitting at home, she ain't called you all day. You got a whole attitude, but you can't say nothing because that ain't even your lane. But you got a whole attitude. You losing weight. You know how y'all out here doing?
This is why nobody likes you.
I'm just saying, man. Stay out that hot tub, y'all.
We're going to leave on that, man. We're going to leave on that. Again, we appreciate y'all coming through. We have a special day coming up for us soon. So we'll have a show. We're going to put it up. It's going to be nice. We're going to have a good time. Also, a holiday coming up, like I said at the beginning of the show. So get out there, enjoy your family. Again, you know we like to deal in history and facts. So whether you want to deal in the history or the facts of the holiday, that's on you. But don't push your beliefs on somebody else, because it might be something completely different for that person. Live your life. And as I love to say, I cut my grass and mind my business. What you got, 18?
And man, be grateful, and you can be grateful and thankful and celebrate that by being thankful, man. Just knock it off, man. You woke up this morning. You will go to bed. You will wake up tomorrow. Everything else, it is what it is. Be cool.
We love y'all. Y'all be safe out there. We gonna see you. Y'all be easy.
Go Jets.
There you go.